Today we're going to paint this glowing earth painting in a like black canvas. So all you really need is some very basic art supplies, which I'm going to link here. Hi, I'm Wendy, and I've been teaching beginners how to paint with acrylics for over 10 years. So I know exactly how to walk you through how to paint this and walk away with something you're really proud of, something you maybe even didn't think you were capable of creating, because a lot of times it's way more simple than we realize. So that's why I love step-by-step painting. I'm so glad you're here. Grab your supplies, which again, I'm linking in the video, and let's paint. All right, you want to get your canvas painted black and then let it dry all the way. We're going to do like a little bit of an earth vibe thing here, and you're going to want to maybe use something circular to create the edge of the earth. So depending on your canvas size, I'm using 8 by 10. You could use, if you're using something smaller, you could use like a big jar, or you could use a paper plate. I'm going to use a paper plate because I feel like that's going to be a better size. And however far you put it in is how big your earth is going to be. So I'm just going to have it take up this lower left-hand corner. And before I do anything, I'm going to make sure, I'm going to get my big brush. And I want to create kind of a glow. So again, it's in the lower left. You can put this from wherever you want. I'm just scooch it over just a little bit more to give some more space. But we want to at least be going like toward, maybe we're about a third of the way up on the top or so. Like this part should be a little bit higher than the middle. So give yourself a decent amount. And then what I'm going to do is do some blue, maybe just a teeny bit of white in it, but I actually don't want it to be too thick. So I'm just barely getting some paint on my brush, just blue with a little bit of white. And then what I'm going to do is go right around the edge using the full width of the brush. Notice how that creates kind of this soft blue glow. And then I can kind of clean my brush off as I pull out. And then maybe I add a little bit more white to my brush. And then I put that right on the edge. So that it goes like brighter and then it gets darker as I come out into the sky. So you have this kind of fading effect, and you can always blend it out a little bit with your brush, making sure you don't have too much paint on there. Don't overwork it. Okay, I'm gonna let that go. And then we have the foundation for our glowing earth. Now, before we do the earth itself, let's do some splatter paint in the sky, and then we can add more stars later. But I'm just using a medium flat brush to do the splatter paint and some white. And the white needs to be watered down. So a lot of times I just recommend have like either a separate plate if your paint is getting really messy, and then get some, ideally you want to get some fresh water. So in my studio, I usually have some fresh water off to the side. I've been painting, so this water is kind of muddy. It's okay to have a little bit of muddy water and a little bit of fresh water, but make sure you're using fresh water. And if you're not, it still doesn't make that big of a difference, but I'm going to mix a little bit of water into some pure white to thin it out. And you want to make sure that it's about the consistency of milk. So it should be like drippy. That's why I don't use very much white. I use just a little bit of paint because I'm going to water it down anyways. And then once you get that, you're going to scoop it up into the bristles. So see how it's like nice and scooped in there. And then I'm just gently pulling the bristles back. And that creates stars, okay? Now you can use that same brush to start painting the earth in. So my earth is going to be really, really bright towards the right. Then it's going to get more bluish as we come in here. So if you want, I'm actually going to use a bigger brush just to get it in there. So I'm going to start with like blue with a little bit of white. Corner. And then I want it to get brighter. So I'm going to add more white. But notice how you can like blend it down into, you can even use your fingers to smudge it out. And this kind of creates the look of like distant clouds over the atmosphere maybe or something. I don't know. You know, you're just kind of smudging it in. And then you can use, I'm going to switch to the smaller brush and I'm going to do even more white, almost pure white, as I get to the far edge. Maybe just a little bit of blue, but it's really light as I get to the far edge of the shape. Now, if you need to, you can kind of use your plate to reestablish your edge of your circle if it gets too rough as you fill it in. But again, don't worry if it doesn't have to be 100% perfect. I'm just filling it in all the way up to the edge of the line. And then you can even kind of come in with a clean, dry brush and just go in between, like right on the line, to sort of blur it out a bit, especially if you got it a little bit messed up. So don't worry about it if it does. And then you're blending that down. And again, maybe you use your fingers or use the white and then just sort of spiral it into the blue. It looks like clouds overhead or in the distance. Or I get in the atmosphere, I should say. I'm like the biggest sci-fi fan, but honestly, I don't know a lot of technical space stuff, like realistic space stuff. So, pardon me. But see how I can just put some of the white and then like smudge it around. You can always layer more. So if you're layering and it's not getting bright enough, you can come back after it dries and then get it brighter again. But let's add some like green because, you know, Earth has some green. Now, a couple ways you can add this. Again, you can move into like a round brush or a smaller square brush, or you could use your fingers. I'm going to use like just the medium square brush, 1/2 inch flat. And then I'm using yellow. I have some fresh yellow right here, yellow and blue. Mostly yellow though for like a lighter shade of green. You can always mix in a little bit of white. And then we can come in and be like, okay, we're gonna put some green like right here maybe. And then you can have some little dots kind of, like little islands or something. I don't know. And you can get real accurate with this if you want to, but that's not what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna play with the color. So I'm adding the green to the edge here to create the look of, you know, the green parts of Earth. And it's gonna kind of mix with the white that's already there. So it's gonna be a little darker towards the left, just like the blue. And then it's gonna get a little lighter as you pull towards the edge of the circle of the shape. That's kind of what we're going for. You can even deliberately add some white to your green though, so that it starts to look lighter as you pull to the edge. And see how I'm just layering that lighter shade of green over just to create some different look going on here. And then again, maybe you have some more green down here. I don't know. You're gonna play. Again, I'm not really I'm not like a map maker. I'm not doing this accurately in that way. I'm just more showing you how you could layer the color and stuff. And then if you wanted to get really accurate about it, you could just pull up an image of Earth and get real detailed on the shapes and stuff. But you can use the idea that I'm showing you here with like how to layer the colors to make it look fun. And then again, you maybe use your fingers to soften things, kind of just dabbing it out. I use my fingers a lot for the moon. So I'm like, it could work here too, it seems. And then again, clean your brush when you want to go in and layer some more. Like maybe I want to come in with more white over here. And that white maybe wants to fade into the green a little bit. So for some, this might require some like dry breaks to just layer the colors that you want. But for others, maybe not. I'm just using a dry brush to kind of smooth this out. You can always come back in with like your black too if the edge of your shape gets unruly. But don't worry about, again, don't worry about perfection. I say that. I almost might feel annoying how much I say that, but I say that a lot because I know the inner monologue that happens and how that can it can kind of go unnoticed and unchecked. So I'm just here as like a friendly reminder to be like, don't listen to that voice in your head that's telling you that it's not working or that it's bad or you're failing or any of those things, because that's what's going to stop you from creating. We don't want that. So I'm coming in with the white, especially over the green on this side to soften it. I'm just putting some white on top of it. And then again, maybe I just get some more white on it and I put like some of the cloud type stuff here. So I'm just dabbing the corner of the brush lightly to create a, what's it, cloud formation, like overhead kind of thing. I'm gonna add some blue, like white and blue here and get in there with, make that ocean look a little more interesting with the colors of the blue, making some more shades down here. Got kind of almost too dark in that lower corner. I feel like I'm gonna get some more white back in. So play with your greens, your blues, your yellows. You really don't need any red for this, unless you wanted to get some different shades of green that were more earthy. You could always mix your red in and get even more shades, but I'm gonna try to keep it really simple, so we're not doing that. But again, if you wanted more of a glow to your earth, I would use that kind of medium to dark blue, like blue with a little bit of white. And then all you do is take that to the outer edge of the earth, coming out into the black, and then pull it out to radiate. It almost creates this glow, which is really pretty. And if it's not standing out enough, just add a smidge of white at a time until it looks the way you want. And you're following the circle shape just to give it some more glow. Again, come in with the white right around the And then again, maybe I create some more shades. I'm just using more yellow and maybe just a little bit of white, and then I can pull that into some of the green to just get some different shades of green. So you can really take this as, this is really fun and relaxing. Try to get as many shades as feels fun for you. And like, again, little taps of the green can make it look like maybe there's a little island or something, or a smaller piece of land. And then the white just comes in and looks like the kind of the clouds swirling in the atmosphere. I'm gonna do a little bit more of those atmospheric kind of clouds. Then I'm gonna add some more, maybe like shooting stars or some bigger stars, and then I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna use just the white on the medium square brush, not too much at a time. Come and make this a little brighter. And then I'm gonna add some almost like wispy white and kind of just hovering over. Just think wispy clouds. Just taking the white and dabbing it over things. Again, I know we want it to be, sometimes we want it to be more complicated, but it's really not. I mean, I'm just sort of dabbing the white over what's there and then letting it be. And I'm sure it changes. So like the earth doesn't always just look one way. It's gonna have different days might have more of the cloud stuff going on and other days less. I don't know. Again, I'm not a scientist, space expert. I'm just painting what I see and having fun with it, but then move into like a small round brush and add maybe some more deliberate stars in the sky. You can even add some like little twinkly kind of stars, or if that's not fun for you, don't do it. I usually like to come, like I like doing the splatter paint, but then I like coming in and making some like bigger ones because I just find that fun. But again, stars are kind of random. You don't want them to look like polka dots. So make like a cluster, make them different sizes, and then try not to overdo it. I'm gonna leave out the twinkly type stuff. You can make a shooting star. I'm gonna let it go though. I'm just gonna have it be kind of simple. We played with those greens, the blue, the yellow, the white. And again, on the black canvas, if you need to edit anything, you can come back in with the black and like tone it down. But I hope you had fun making that, kind of making this like glowy earth thing picture. And again, let me know, leave me a comment, let me know. You can always reach out to me on my website or at my email, hello@wendyanderson.art. And I'd love to paint with you again soon. So I hope to see you back. And thanks for painting. Bye.